And with that, welcome to another video from New York City. I am right now at the Dumbo photo spot. It's getting busy, it's 8 a.m. in the morning. And in today's video, I want to talk to you about one of the main reasons why I actually wanted to take this trip right now, why I felt like I really needed it, which was a certain media detox, digital minimalism approach to just consuming media. Podcasts, video, audiobooks, good stuff, Netflix, all of that. In the past 2 weeks, I gotta say the experiences have been quite crazy, and that's what we're gonna be talking about today. So right now I actually made it to the other side of the Brooklyn Bridge. That one. And behind it, the Manhattan Bridge. I actually haven't been on this side yet, so that is really cool. And what I mean by dopamine detox, whenever we feel bored or we just have a time where our brain is not fully occupied, we're maybe not in a conversation, we're not like fully got into focus, or actually we're lacking focus because of it, we want to pop something in. Be it in a car, we listen to the radio, be it at home, like after work, we just pop in Netflix, be it we're doing something that we actually want to do, but we still let something in the background run. And as I said, actually I'm the opposite of like this person who is like, no, these days everybody's just on their phones and this and that. I mean, come on, back in the day everybody with their family has been sitting in front of the TV and just occupied by different mediums. So the medium changed, and definitely also the influence broadened. So we have the phone all the time in our pocket. So yes, there is definitely something to it. And I really felt this addiction that, again, I think we all have. Like, hey, we're eating something, let's pop out our phones and watch something. And what I did also knowingly when I came to the US, the first day I didn't get any data at all. After like a week I noticed like, hey, maybe I want to navigate myself, want to figure out how to go places. And that's when I got a limited data plan. And everybody isn't saying like, oh yo, it's just $15 more to get the unlimited one. And I was just saying, hey, no, I don't want to have access to YouTube all the time. I want to have a certain limit on that. And that definitely really helped me. And next to that, I just noticed and realized how much mental capacities have been just freed up by doing that little change. By going down from like 2, 3, maybe sometimes 4 hours of just media consumption, I went down to maybe 30 minutes, maybe an hour, depends on the day. Definitely some days, none. Not even checking Instagram. And it's very easy if you do what I do to get into excuses like, I need to do it for work, I need to do it for this and that, and you know, maybe somebody's gonna text me and I'm not gonna know. Check it once, twice a day, a few minutes. And I would even go further than that. It's not just about checking it and checking stuff that is not giving you any value, but also the good stuff, the amazing audiobooks, the amazing podcast, the Elon Musk podcast. Like, I mean, I guess it's probably like a super productive way of using my 3 hours every day. Is it? Yeah, it is, but let's talk about it. Okay, and you see, the thing is, I would say even in my eyes, the most dangerous thing is if you consume all the time things that you think are valuable to you and you like get something out of it. Like maybe you're listening to a great podcast, as I mentioned. Maybe you're like reading a self-help book and you're just occupied all the time and consuming something. And what I realized, like, as you know, I'm very much into personal development, just reading into different practical advice, but also just like mindset, spirituality, just different ideas that help with how you feel about yourself and what you do every day, and just to be more aware of what is happening. So that is an amazing thing, why I personally would even say that the time that we live right now is so amazing. This is what I mean by I'm not one of those people, oh, the internet is bad, social media is bad. It's very powerful, and with that, the potential upside is huge, and also the potential downside. You know, you have it all the time in your pocket, it's all the time on demand, you can consume it all the time. So I would say the danger lies, like everybody knows, like you should not watch 10 hours of Netflix. But especially like 2-3 years ago when audiobooks started to be big, it was like sign up to Audible so you can listen to something all the time. So you don't have any minute of just silence. And me also 2 years ago, wow, now I can get better all the time. But the truth is, you get better by doing something, not by listening, not by taking in, but by giving it out. Doing something, action, create like motion in the world. And this is what I was able to do in the past 2 weeks, much more. Just be more present, be more here right now, do things, run around, shoot, meet people. But also next to that, the quiet moments where there wasn't anything happened. I was like, do I want to use my data right now? No, I don't want to. So I sit down maybe half an hour in front of the Brooklyn Bridge and I just think. Just let things come up. Reflect a little bit. How do I feel? Why do I feel like that? And this is big. And this is what is getting harder and harder to do right now, especially in a big city like New York. All right, let's keep moving. Am I saying turn it all off? You know, sign out of your Facebook. There's always this one guy, you know, I deleted Facebook years ago. And now I spend 10 hours on YouTube. But you know, I'm watching good stuff. Actually, I'm saying the opposite. The reason why I call it Digital Minimalism Detox is because the idea of minimalism is focus on what matters the most to you, what you get the most value from. I'm right now here on the rocks at the Brooklyn Bridge. And for me, that means there is so much amazing content online. And I really try to focus on the stuff where I analyze, number one, what am I practically getting out of it? Can I implement anything from this piece of content, be it video, be it audio, be it written, be it a book? It's like very often people are like, I'm reading a book, that's good, right? Yes, I mean, for real, like these days, most people don't read any books, so there are a few people who read all day, especially in a self-help niche. It's like, what type of book can I read? But you need to find the time to take action. And also I think it's good to realize, let's say the thing that we need to keep in mind is that at times there are going to be times where we're going to be consuming a lot, reading a lot, watching a lot of videos, educating ourselves, if we focus on what brings us the most value, or maybe sometimes following people or just certain topics that make us feel, let's say, empowered in a way, like, yeah, we can go out, we can do it. This is what I try, at least to some extent, to do with my content. So it's not always just like educational, or rarely actually on the main channel, definitely. But then also know and keep in mind that at times we will need to let go of this consumption, let go of this like information floating in, because otherwise I think there are two extremes. The extreme where you just do things and you don't take the time to step back, get new information, get new input and then act on it, and the other one where you're just stuck in consuming and consuming and consuming. And especially the point of just entertainment. Entertainment can be amazing to shut down, to relax, to just maybe also like lower your cortisol levels. But then also we need to know when it's getting too much, when we're just trying to numb ourselves a little bit, when we just try to escape our reality into... So the media detox for the past 2 weeks, what can I say? I've been filming so much. At many times I've been feeling so present, just being there and doing the thing and not being in my head all the time. And I'll definitely, this is one of my main emphasis with right now embarking on my travel journey for however long it will be, months, years, we'll see. Obviously the routine comes back whatever you do. One of the main emphasis is now, after years of taking in so much information with times of yes doing also, now I want to use all of that, implement it, share it, create more. Sure, also read, but there have a more minimalistic approach. What is actually serving me? What is maybe helping me to shut down, to relax? Keep that in check, but don't go overboard with it, and don't fill up every minute of just quiet time. And I think this realization is slowly starting to come in with people, and this is what I wanted mainly to share with this video. So for right now, hanging out here at the Rocks. I think you're maybe not allowed to be here, but